Hello and welcome to the LifeTec Bariatric webinar. My name is Katie Grice. I'm one of the occupational therapists in our Townsville office. Before we get started, I'd just like to give a brief introduction of LifeTec and who we are. So who is LifeTec? We are a non-for-profit organisation or social enterprise that provides information, education and advice on assistive technologies. So with assistive technology, we help people to do the things that they love. And with this, you can create. So here we see a young girl in a standing frame, which allows her to access tasks that require free movement of her arms, such as drawing. Compete with no boundaries. We can assist with the prescription of basketball and other sporting wheelchairs. Play with friends and family. So we see a group of ladies using large print playing cards and card holders, which assist with low vision and arthritic hands. Explore the world. We see a young lady accessing the beach on a beach wheelchair, something she may not have been able to do previously. Work and achieve. So LifeTec health professionals can assist with computer access, whether it be with software, alternate mouse controls or keypad controls. Share, joy and learn. We see two young boys using an iPad app, which can be used to enhance and assist with communication. Go places. This young man is utilising a slide board to access his vehicle. Chat and connect. We have lots of information on specialised phones and emergency call systems. So you can see in the picture here facial recognition on this particular phone, which may be useful for memory loss or dementia. So we enable clients to do. Sometimes the simplest ideas are the best. So we see an extremely excited lady who can put her socks on independently instead of having to rely on someone else. We are the leaders at the forefront of assistive technology, and we do this through education with our webinars, workshops and product updates, research and partnerships with various associations throughout Queensland. Our health professionals enable solutions by assisting people to choose the most appropriate AT to enable them to live independently and improve their quality of life. We have two interactive display centres, one in Newmarket in Brisbane and one in Domain Central in Townsville. We also have an inquiries line, so this is a 1300 number that anyone throughout Queensland can access if they have a problem or an issue they wish to ask advice about. We have outreach services, so annual outreach trips to various areas across Queensland, and also our very intense education schedule. Our website is very helpful. Here you will find the LifeTec quarterly review, free fact sheets, free product search so you can find different products that may be useful to you, our outreach schedule for 2014, as well as our education calendar. Here our website, so it's www.lifetec.org.au. Okay, weighing it up, assistive technology for the bariatric population. And before we go any further, if you have any questions, you can email them directly to myself. My email, katie-ann-grice@lifetec.org.au. Our learning objectives for our session today, we hope to gain a basic understanding of prescription of equipment for the bariatric population, identify a basic range of bariatric equipment available, and understand design features that accommodate for various bariatric body shapes. So what is bariatric? This refers to the healthcare treatment of obesity and related conditions. So anyone who has limitations in health and social care due to physical size, health, mobility and environmental access. Breaking down the word, we have bari, meaning weight or heavy. Iatric, meaning pertaining to the medical treatment of, and then we get our full word bariatric. Just a few statistics. Overweight and obese people have become a worldwide concern, reaching epidemic proportions. Excess body weight contributes to medical risks of conditions such as diabetes, cardiovascular disease including heart disease and stroke, osteoarthritis, some cancers, high blood pressure and high cholesterol. In 1989, we found that 36% of adults were overweight or obese. Fast forwarding to 2007 to 2008, that's now increased to 55.9%. So we're looking at an average annual growth of 3 kilograms per year. In 2008, it was also estimated that the overall cost of obesity to Australian society and governments was $58.2 billion. Our bariatric body shapes. So here we'll see a diagram of the apple and the pear. Our apple is where most of the adipose tissue is above the waist, and our pear is where most of the adipose tissue is below the waist. So we can break these two down to further categories. We have our apple ascites. This is where the weight is carried high. The abdomen may be rigid, but leg size in most cases is still normal. Our apple panis, where the weight is also carried high. However, the abdomen is mobile and may hang to the floor, and this causes an apron-like effect. Our pear body shapes, pear abducted, where the weight is carried below the waist and significant tissue is between the knees to prevent them from touching. Pear adducted, where the weight is also carried below the waist, however the tissue bulk is on the outside of the thighs. And one more, we have our bulbous gluteal, where there is excessive buttock tissues present, and this will cause a posterior shelf. This will definitely alter the seating and the supine postures for that person. Just a few bariatric specific considerations. So how easy is it to maneuver the AT with the client in it? So for example, looking at a mobile floor hoist as opposed to a ceiling hoist with electronic controls. So here we must consider our manual handling tasks. The weight of the AT itself will also impact on the support worker or carer or the health professional in some instances. This will impact their ability to position and transport the AT for the client. How easy is the AT to use? This is always an important one. If the AT meets the client's needs, but it's extremely difficult for the carer or support worker to use it, it may not be the most suitable piece of AT for that person, like that client who has multiple carers and support workers. When the AT is not in use, it's also important to consider our storage space and accessibility. So looking at maybe a folding piece of AT is often more compact for storage, however is weaker in design due to the presence of adjustable parts. Features to consider, so in addition to those general features that we've just discussed, here are a couple of others. Low capacity, obviously a very important one in this case. Adjustability, materials, so tubing in particular, ovular tubing versus round tubing. Ovular tubing is stronger in design and that's starting to be seen more and more on the market today. Transportability, looking at our compatibility with vehicles and public transport as well. Comfort, frames, AT design, so this is in terms of where the extra space in the AT is to accommodate for the client's extra weight. Are they an apple? Are they a pear? Not only do we have to take into account their size, but also their shape as well. Maintenance, so this needs to be kept in mind regardless of the type of AT. It may depend on where the person lives, if they're in a metro area or a rural area, as this will determine the AT availability. Bariatric equipment does usually require more regular maintenance due to the increased strain and load placed on the equipment. Less moving parts, so AT that has more moving parts will most likely be weaker in design than AT with fixed rigid parts. And obviously aesthetics is a very important one for all of our clients as well. So other considerations, looking at buying or hiring. So is the equipment required long-term or short-term? This will give a good indication as to whether the client should hire or purchase. Funding can also be considered here as well. Availability, so this is going back to our metro and rural areas, as this will affect how available and readily available the equipment is for each client. Cost of freight of equipment out to remote and rural towns is quite significant. Building fixtures, design and modification. So this is looking at the client's existing home environment and also any other environment they wish to use the AT in, whether it be work or school. So we'll start with some transfer equipment. With our hoists, it's always important to first ensure that both the sling and the hoist have a safe working load capacity for the person. Boom, so the shape of the boom, a curved boom will provide more leg and headroom, but often gives a larger swing than a straight boom. Curved boom is also good for tall people or individuals at risk of skin tears, so maybe they have oedema in their lower limbs. A double boom provides increased strength and reinforcement in the product. Our base and legs, electric leg spread is easier for carers to utilise over manual leg spread, however usually makes the hoist more expensive to purchase. A longer, larger base will provide increased stability, however could be difficult to manoeuvre. We also must consider access to the environment, the caster size for manoeuvrability. Larger casters will often be easier to move over carpet and small bumps. Attachment, so we have a standard spreader bar or yoke or a pivot frame. The pivot frame may assist people into a good position, but may be difficult for the carer to move. You could consider an electronic pivot frame, like on the Arjo Maxi Tilt, which takes up to 170 kg. With our yoke, you'll often find that there are 2, 4, or even 6-point yokes in some cases. So these are really good for apple-type body shapes to provide more room for their abdomen. Actuator, lifting range. Not all hoists have the ability to lift from the floor. Lifting range can be a significant issue for bariatric clients if their buttocks are large and it's difficult to get sufficient clearance from transverse surface. The body shape and type should also be considered according to the weight distribution of the client. So apple versus pear yet again. A pear body type will present with excess tissue weight on their thighs. So therefore a sling with a longer leg wraparound will be needed for these people. If there is extra weight on the inside of the leg, care is needed to ensure that there is nothing to cause friction and damage to the skin between the thighs. Our attachments. So we have a 2-point yoke, 4-point yoke, pivot frame and weighing device. So the weighing device is really useful if our clients can't stand up on a set of scales. So different hoists will have different attachments compatible with them, which may be useful for a variety of bariatric clients. The attachment may not have the same load capacity on the hoist, so it's always important to check with the supplier. Lyco and Arjo are 2 companies that have a really great extensive range of attachments for their hoists. Looking at our mass SOA hoists on the current SOA, we have the Allegro Alto. So this is a standard mobile floor hoist with a safe weight limit of 200 kilograms. Features include an electronic leg spread and compatibility with a 2, 4 or a 6-point yoke or a pivot frame as well. The Invacare Birdie, this is a battery operated mobile hoist with a safe weight limit of 170 kilograms, so a little bit smaller. It comes standard with a 2-point yoke, however is compatible with a pivot frame attached via a carabiner, so it's quite easy to remove and store. can be folded down for storage without the use of tools, and can be stored upright if space is restricted. There is a wide choice of Invacare slings available, and it's suitable for domestic or institutional use. Mass standing hoists, we'll start with our Allegro Solstar. So sling attachments feature a pivot-style keyhole clip. It has a height adjustable knee pad, a removable foot plate, and a safe weight limit of 200 kilograms. Our Invacare Rose, so another mass-approved standing hoist. Features include an electronic leg spread. There are also handles, as you can see in the picture, which are on the lifting boom. And this allows for the user to adjust their hand position as they're being raised up off their transfer surface. This one also has a removable foot plate, an adjustable knee pads, and a safe weight limit of 204 kg. Our non-mass SOA hoists, so we have the Arjo Tenor. This one has a 4-point spreader bar with widely spaced shoulder attachments, as you can see in the photo. There is a longer boom to cater for the use of over a variety of transfer surfaces. Has a heavy-duty aluminium frame and a safe weight limit of 320 kg. Our Arjo Maxi 500. So features include narrower dimensions, so this allows good circulation in smaller spaces. It is standard with an electronic leg spread and available with a yoke or tilting pivot frame. A large range of slings are also available, and this one has a safe weight limit of 227 kg. Other transfer options. So we'll start with our slide boards. Most you'll find on the market have a safe weight limit of 100 to 200 kg. There are limited physical dimensions as well. It is very difficult for most bariatric people to manage due to the amount of upper body strength required to use one. Slide sheets, there is no upper safe weight limit for these, but obviously with a heavier load there is a reduction in effectiveness. Using several on top of each other may be a good solution, but you'll have to consider carer strain and manual handling. Self-help poles. These assist with manoeuvrability in bed. Freestanding models usually have a safe weight limit of 130 kilograms. There are freestanding bariatric self-help poles available with a safe weight limit of 250 kg. Obviously it depends on the individual and how much weight they actually place on the handle. Our one-way slide sheets, again there's no theoretical upper weight limit. However, if the user's body has a wider surface area, the slide aid won't work. There are custom options available. Rehab Assist manufacture those ones. Walk belts. So we are limited by the length of the walk belt. A company called Tech Assist do an extra large model that can be used on a maximum waist circumference of 155 centimetres. However, most brands only have a model that caters up to approximately 130 centimetres. Could be unsafe for the carer in the event of a fall, so it's always important to evaluate safety and to use carefully. Mobility, starting with our crutches. So two types of crutches, the axilla, which is pictured over to the left, and our Canadian crutches or forearm crutches. There are a few things to consider when prescribing to the individual. The strength required, so both styles obviously require upper body strength. Usually the Canadian crutches require more strength in general. Posture, most first-time users tend to slouch over their crutches. With auxiliary crutches, these can potentially cause damage to the axilla, nerves and muscles. Coordination, both can take time to master. As axilla crutches are fitted into the underarm, this means that there are limited walking styles and the user has less flexibility with the use of the crutches. Comfort, axilla crutches can cause pain over long-term use, as the padding on the top of the crutch presses into the rib cage. Pressure is also increased on the heel of the palm. There are sheepskin covers available specifically for these areas, so that may be something to look into as well. Single point sticks. There are a range of bariatric models available with a safe weight limit, give or take, around 300 kilograms. And if we require more support for our clients, maybe considering a 4-point stick or a quad stick. It's always worth trialling these and seeing what size base the client requires. If they walk with a wider gait pattern and need a wider base of support, it may be worth going for the smaller base so it doesn't pose as a trip hazard. Walkers without seats. The K-Care Bariatric Walking Tutor, safe weight limit of 250 kg, and we have our mobiliser, so two models, 250 or 350 kg. Things to consider when prescribing walkers without seats: the overall width, space between the handles, and optional arm supports and pads. The concern when prescribing these is that you may find that some walkers have handles that are too far apart. This makes it difficult to maintain a comfortable and safe grasp on the handles. It is important to consider our apple versus pear body shapes, as shoulder width may be narrower or wider than the hip and waist width. So a rollator should be supplied to a client when they require more stability. Both of these models pictured don't have brakes, so it's important that they're only for indoor use only. The K-Care Bariatric Walking Tutor, it's got a height and angle adjustable resting platform and the separate hand grips. The mobiliser, you can see in the photo that it has a tapered frame shape, and the gutters have two width options to accommodate for those pear and apple body shapes as well. So walkers with seats. Looking at our overall width and depth, the wheeled walkers with a higher safe weight limit also have a larger overall seat width to accommodate for the larger user. This means that they're the larger overall width, which could have implications for getting through standard doorways. Seat height. Often a lower seat height is required to ensure the user can keep both feet positioned on the ground for stability and safe transfers. The width between the casters, often a wider width is between splayed rear casters is required to fit around other AT, so what they're transferring from. Space between the handles, as mentioned, considering body shape. Casters, most higher safe weight limit wheelie walkers will have a 200mm solid caster as standard at the front and the rear. The larger casters reduce rolling resistance, as smaller casters often get bogged in soft surfaces such as thick piled carpet or even grass if using it outdoors. And access to the basket. So many of the higher safe weight limit wheelie walkers have the basket fitted at the front of the frame. This could be difficult to reach for the client, so it might be worth trying to locate a walker with a basket under the seat. Manual wheelchairs, so just a few of the higher safe weight limit ones on this slide. Our Quickie M6 manual wheelchair. So this is a folding high strength powder coated steel frame. It is a self-propelling model available in 4 seat widths, has an adjustable seat height and backrest height. You can see in a photo there's a stabilizer bar between the handles for reinforcement to prevent the frame from bowing, and the safe weight limit of 295 kg. The weight of the chair itself is 24 kg, so starting to get towards the heavy side. Our Indicare 9000 Topaz. So this is a triple chrome plated carbon steel frame. It has a dual axle position, heavy duty front riggings and armrests, a reinforced frame with heavy duty cross brace, so you can see there's a double cross brace underneath the chair, and a safe working load of 317 kg. Now this is quite a heavy chair, being 37 kilograms, and that's not including the client, so quite heavy to even lift into a vehicle as well. The Breezy super heavy duty wheelchair. So this is also a reinforced folding steel frame. It has nylon upholstery. There are 3 larger seat options available in width. It's a self-propelling model, and there are elevating leg rests available. Safe weight limit of 318 kg and a similar weight of 37.8 kg. So moving on to our mass SOA wheelchairs. We have up the top there the Autobox Start M4XXL. So this is a folding profiled aluminium frame. It has multiple seat widths available, and tip assist is integrated into the frame. Double cross braced with stabilizer bar between the back canes as well. A Hemi kit is available with a range of accessories. It can be customised. It is a scripted chair, so lots of different range of accessories, and a safe weight limit of 160 kg. Our Motion Specialties Myra Euro chair. So there is a heavier duty version available. It's also a reinforced aluminium frame, and it's available in 2 widths, 53 centimetres and 58 centimetres. There are a range of options and accessories available, so it's also a scripted chair, and it has a safe weight limit as well as 160 kg. Breezy Rubik's XL. So this has an adjustable seat height. You can get elevating leg rests if required. The seat width goes up to 60 centimetres in width. A range of options and accessories are available, and there is a safe weight limit of 170 kg. Our Quickie Do 2 Heavy Duty. So this is a lightweight self-propelling wheelchair featuring a folding aluminium frame. There are a range of frame sizes, seat widths and depths available, and a large range of options including one-arm drive, power assist, and there's a transit package as well. Safe weight limit isn't as high as the others, being 159 kg, but it is a lighter chair, being 14 kilograms. So quick picture here. So looking at the difference between the left and the right. Problem 1, shoulder abduction with forceful pushing risks shoulder or upper body, upper limb injury. And problem 2, combined weight of the chair and the user is very risky for a back injury to the carer. There are a number of solutions for this situation. You could have 2 attendants propelling the same wheelchair, or it might be time to start reviewing powered chair options, which we will do now. Okay, so on the current SOA, I believe most of the chairs have a safe weight limit of around 136 kilograms. So we'll go through a couple of the ones that aren't on the SOA. So we have the Shoprite Puma Heavy Duty. So it's a mid-wheel drive chair, as you can see, with the big wheel drives under the hips there. Multi-adjustable captain seat, puncture-proof tyres as standard. Tie-down points are available for transport options. It's an off-board charger with a safe weight limit of 225 kg. Our Pride Jazzy on the right there, 1650. It's also another mid-wheel drive. There is a reinforced steel frame with heavy-duty springs on the front and anti-tipper wheels as well. It's a heavy-duty contoured seat. There are a range of accessories and options available with an off-board charger as well, and the safe weight limit is 295 kg. So the width being 770 mil, probably going to be some issues in accessing standard or narrower doorways, so getting inside the client's home may become a problem if they require a chair this wide. Another one, so we've got our Pride Quantum 1420. So this is designed specifically for bariatric clients in mind. Another mid-wheel drive with adjustable front anti-tipper wheels. Does have an active track suspension system, and there's a number of seating options and accessories available. Safe weight limit is 227 kg. Our scooters. So just a few considerations with scooters. Looking at frame design, so the strength and compatibility with the individual. Seat size, so to accommodate for body shape, so maybe looking at one that has additional depth for the bulbous gluteal body types, or additional width for pair body types, and maybe looking at a recline feature for our apple body types as well. Armrests, most models will have a flip-up armrest, and then an additional feature is with the adjustable armrest to allow for the space for the adipose tissue. Adjustable tiller and seat. So an adjustable seat with a swivel mechanism can assist with transfers. Some models also work similarly to a car seat with a forwards-backwards seat adjustment and adjustable back recline as well. Range, so this will vary depending on the brand, size, and the weight of the user. Climbing angle, so it's dependent on the weight of the user, as you can see in the diagram for the Rocky 6 scooter. So at its maximum safe weight limit of 225 kg, it's recommending that the user remain on flat ground and not go on any inclines. Transportation, some models will have a transport tie-down system integrated into the frame. This is a necessity if clients wishes to travel via public transport. So the combined weight of the client and the mobility device must not exceed 300 kilograms for public transport in Queensland. Looking at some different scooters, so we have our Shoprite Rocky 6 at the top there. So width adjustable with flip-up armrests, has an adjustable steering tiller, soft rider suspension, front, rear, and hazard lights as well. It has a sliding and rotating seat which can assist with transfers, high and low speed settings. There is a shopping basket at the front which is quite roomy, and a safe weight limit of 227 kg. Our Merritt's Cruiser 4, so this is a four-wheel adjustable suspension system integrated into the scooter. Good ground clearance with its large tyres, powerful motor and controls, and there's a half-speed safety switch which automatically cuts in when turning. There is an adjustable leather sealed seat, and it has a separate emergency braking system as well. Safe weight limit of 220 kg. Last, we have our African Breeze with wider seats. So it has a powerful motor and long-range batteries. There is a suspension system, a high back seat, and front basket with a rear tray. There is a variety of additional accessories for full compatibility with each individual. Safe weight limit is only 180 kilos, so not as high as the other two. Just a reminder, if anyone has any questions, please either email them to myself at katie-n grice@lifetec.org.au. Beds. So considerations for bariatric people. So position of the bed within the room. So which way does the client transfer? How much circulation space is around the bed? What other furniture or other AT is required in the room? Transfers on and off the bed. Can this be done independently? Does the client require assistive technology or a carer or hoist? And also the type of mattress used and whether they can transfer off an alternating air mattress independently. Changing position in beds, various AT for this purpose. Can the client use anything to assist them? Is there a carer required, and what is the process for this to occur? And whether access is required from one side or both sides for transfers. So if a client can only transfer one way or both ways, as well as multiple rooms for the carer as well. Beds, The Arjo Huntley Contour Bariatric beds, angled side rails to allow for a further 10 centimetres of sleeping surface. We have standard model, has an in-bed weighing facility which can become quite handy. Has all functions integrated, so it's got Trendelenburg, reverse Trendelenburg, head raise, knee break and high-low. There is a bed length extender at the end of the bed for taller patients, and the safe weight limit is really good on this one, so it's 500 kilograms. The Invicare Octave, so overall width of this one is 1190 millimetres. It features head raise, knee break and high-low, and a safe weight limit of 350 kilograms. The Auric series, 8000, so this is an electrically operated 4-section adjustable bed. Position adjustments to head raise, knee break and high-low as well. Trendelenburg and reverse Trendelenburg is available at an additional cost. It is available in 3 widths in size, so it is suitable for our bariatric users. Safe weight limit of 350 kg. Mattresses and cushions. So considering our pressure care equipment, including cushions, mattresses and overlays as well. Looking at our type of mediums, so we have air, gel, foam, foam and combination cushions. Covers of the AT, so we need to check that they're not fraying or bursting, as this will impact on the pressure relieving qualities of the mattress. Compatibility with other pressure relieving equipment. Usually a lot of people like to put sheepskins or similar covers over the top of their cushion or mattress, and this implicates the pressure relieving qualities of the AT. Low capacity of the other ATs, so considering that the bed will have to take the mattress plus the person and still be under the safe working load for that particular model. Width and length, so looking at the ability to fit onto the bed obviously, but with enough carer room around. Covers, either 2 or 4-way stretch will reduce shear. Extra width to accommodate size, so some mattresses can be customised to a larger bed size. So for example, a king single or a double or a queen, and these include foam mattresses and some gel products as well. Alternating air mattresses will not be able to be customised in most cases. It might be worth considering a micro air loss function, as this may assist to keep the skin drier. Air mattresses and replacements can be difficult for people to transfer on and off, so a hoist might be useful in that kind of instance. And alternation cycle, so really whatever makes the client comfortable and stable. Mattresses. First of all, we have our Arcamax quantum convertible bariatric mattress. So the safe weight limit of 364 kilograms, has low pressure therapy, and it's for people at medium to high risk of developing pressure areas. Can be converted to provide alternating air pressure. Has a fibre-filled top layer as a 4-way stretch cover, which helps disperse the user weight and increase comfort. There are 2 models available. Our Life Comfort Bariatric mattress. So this is a 4-layered mattress system, full-size memory foam overlay. The side walls, as you can see in the picture, are grey foam, and they're designed for extra stability. 2-way waterproof stretch cover and a safe working load of 300 kilograms. Arjo Barry Breeze. So this is another low air loss system. Has a lateral rotation system for pressure management, and it's suitable for clients at very high risk. It's available in 4 sizes and has a safe weight limit of 455 kg. Cushions. So I've only put a very small selection up here, starting with our J2 Plus. So this is a foam base and a fluid gel insert for our greater trochanters and coccyx. It's designed for the bariatric client in mind and provides stability as well as pressure and shear reduction. Safe working loads of 295 kg. Our Roho, so there's lots and lots of different sizes and models available, but not all models will have an unlimited safe weight limit. Some of them are combination cushions with foam integrated into the base. Intercare Matrix VI, so these are designed to provide skin protection and positioning for individuals at moderate to high risk of skin breakdown. 3-part foam construction targets skin protection, features an excellent stability support and a comfort system with a safe weight limit of 272 kg. Our Action Pilot and Professional, so these are both gel cushions which are very heavy. Standard sizes can be up to 7.6 kilograms alone. Size can be customised. They're appropriate for a person at low to high risk, depending on what model you get. And it's also got an unlimited safe weight limit. Seating, just a few considerations. Our client posture and positioning needs. Client size, so their width, depth and load, and the transfer technique and capacity to independently transfer as well. The environment, so looking at the available space where the chair will be used, and also the transportation of the chair itself to different areas of the house if this is going to be done often. General seating, so just a few dining style chairs here or utility chairs. So they can be described as a standard padded chair with armrests. Usually they have height adjustable legs and usually a standard seat width of 450 to 500 millimeters. Good to check with the supplier about customization of features such as foam padding, leg height and seat width. If the width of the chair is suitable, the weight of the chair is also heavier, it may be difficult, or the person might be unable to maneuver it. Starting with our K-Care Maxi utility chair, so an adjustable seat height via press button function, contoured backrest, a metal frame and firm foam upholstery. Can be customised to some degree, and there are 2 models, one with a safe weight limit of 175 and one with a safe weight limit of 210 kg. The Seatco Plus Bariatric Sitting Chair, low capacity of 350 kilograms. It has a 600 millimeter seat width, a contoured backrest, seat and padded armrests. It's adjustable in seat height and depth, and it includes tilt and move wheels on the rear legs. It's not intended to move the client in, so it's important for clients and carers to know this. They are to be utilised for transporting the chair from room to room. And we have our Active Care Utilite chair in a heavy duty model. It has high adjustable legs, fixed padded and curved backrest, padded fixed height armrests, and it's available in a vinyl upholstery only, which might be good for hygienic purposes. And it's this one particularly is the heavy duty model with a safe weight limit of 200 kg. Our electric lift chairs, so these can be described as a soft padded lounge chair with electric lifting mechanism to assist clients with transfers. They are available in a range of sizes and can be customisable sometimes, and there's one or two motor models available. It's also important to consider the difference in single motor, so that's where the backrest and leg rest operate simultaneously, and dual motor options, so this is allowing independent operation of adjustable functions and whether electric lift is required. So we also need to consider our client's dimensions here as well as our weight capacity. Starting with our Abode Grand Massage Tilt and Recline. So this obviously has a reclining backrest and an elevating leg rest with a stand-up function. It's got an integrated heat and massage therapy available in a range of fabric choices and may be customised to suit individual needs. There is a vibration, massage and heat function as standard, and the safe working load is 200 kilograms. Our Pride Bariatric Electric Lift and Recline Chair. Single motor system allows the backrest, seat and leg rest to move simultaneously. It is fabricated of a high density reflex foam, and the backrest is readily removable for transport. There is a safe working load of 272 kilograms. And lastly, our Novacall tilt and lift mechanism for further assistance with transfers. Reclines to a sleeping position more than 180 degrees for elevation of oedema in the lower limbs. And its safe working load is up to 350 kilograms depending on the model. Bathroom and hygiene. So just a few general issues surrounding hygiene. Looking at access, so there may be issues with using mobility equipment to access the bathroom, so maybe a narrower door frame, and negotiation of the circulation space. Baths are not generally accessible areas for our bariatric clients and their equipment. Cleaning, maintenance of the skin integrity for bariatric patients is a challenge. Chafing may occur in the skin folds, it's quite common. Washing underneath the skin folds is also a difficult task, maybe due to a lack of range of motion, and that leads to different types of skin breakdown with the individual. Drying under the folds is also critical. Leaving the skin underneath the fold wet encourages fungal and bacterial growth. Perineal hygiene after toileting can be very challenging due to access to regional issues. Excess tissue and loss of range of motion may prevent access altogether. Space. Toilets tend to be smaller and therefore harder to fit a larger person as well as a carer and their equipment to assist with mobility and transfers. Skin entrapment, so can be an issue with equipment with moving parts like flip-up armrests or foldability. Materials, powder-coated steel is more resilient to acidity of urine over aluminium and steel. Dignity, embarrassment can impede the assessment process. We need to be thorough and sensitive with our assessments and not assume anything. And our urinary stress incontinence. So the accumulation of extra weight in the midsection puts added pressure on the bladder, and this increases the chance of experiencing leakage, especially when coughing, kneeling, sneezing, or laughing. Okay, starting with urinals. So this may reduce the need for transfers, particularly at night. They are useful for community access where toileting accessibility may be limited. And the use of urinals either sitting on the edge of the bed or standing may accordingly provide better relief for men. Females usually prefer slipper pans as they're smaller and don't dig into the flesh. And if someone requires a hoist to insert the urinal, this could be an option as well. Concerns with urinals, so access issues for urinals generally due to the adipose thigh tissue for pear-shaped clients or the existence of the pannus in the apple-shaped for the men. If used in a supine position, it may be difficult for clients to achieve other positions, so they may not seal enough, and this could cause hygiene and skin issues. Looking at over toilet frames, so our width and depth of the frame and seat, sufficient room for the adipose tissue to ensure it doesn't hang over the sides. Looking at our load capacity, so wall mounted as opposed to freestanding. Available space, as this can potentially limit what other AT can be used in the room as well. Reach for personal care. Risk of entrapment depending on body shape and individual circumstances. So we have some examples here. The Ozcare Bariatric over toilet frame of 204 kilograms, K-Care Maxi 210 kilograms, the Active Care 210 kilograms, and the Endeavour Industries over wide is a 225 kilograms. Our toilet surrounds, so the one pictured is the darts. So this is a 200 kilogram safe weight limit. It's a stainless steel toilet support that's fitted to the back of the toilet to assist with transfers, and it is removable and adjustable. The arms do swing independently of each other as well. Thrown accessories, so this is another option. The safe weight limit is only 150 kilograms. They're powder-coated aluminium or stainless steel grab rails that are secured to the rear of the toilet frame using bolts. It provides a horizontal rail to both sides of the user while seated. Toilet seat raisers. So most toilet seat raisers have a maximum safe weight limit of 190 kg. A razor with a deep splash guard will minimise soiling and provide clearance for easy cleaning. Most toilet seat raisers are not suitable as they only attach via 2 brackets on the sides. It is recommended that they be prescribed with caution to larger users, particularly those who sit down heavily. So here in the picture we have our Homecraft Savannah, which is a safe weight limit of 190 kg. Our Derby Prima, which is also 190, the Linton at 220 kg, and the Ashby Bariatric at 190 kg. Bidets, so these can be retrofitted to existing toilets and they make after toilet hygiene much easier. They can be manually or electrically operated and include a range of features. Size and position of controls must be considered when prescribing. Some models also have an air dry function, which is good for hygiene where there is skin folds involved. It can also be available with armrests and also a thrown spacer under the seat to added height. For more information, you can go to the LifeTec website on models of these or visit the Bidet Shop website. Our static commodes or bedside commodes, so taking into account the width and depth of the seat to account for the person's skin and adipose tissue on the sides of the body and back. Looking for a solid backrest as opposed to vinyl straps, which may stretch or cut into the skin as well. The opening in the seat, so whether it's a front, side or back opening, depending on cleansing needs. Check where the pan is removed and where the commode is to be positioned as well. Drop-down armrests may be more suitable than flip-up as they can catch skin and cause impingement, and it may make positioning easier if transfers are via a hoist. So we have our K-Care bedside commode at 210 kilograms, Invacare Bariatric at 318, and Freedom Healthcare at 350. Our mobile shower commodes, a couple of considerations. So looking at the size of the casters, which may affect manoeuvrability. Larger wheels may make propulsion easier. Type of footplate, single sliding footplate may be better for some clients for stability and comfort. You'll notice the safe weight limit will also be affected, particularly on the Autobox one pictured in the corner there. Type of backrest, a solid backrest may be needed rather than the vinyl straps again. Type of seat surface, so the front, side or back opening and the size of opening depending on individual cleansing needs. Self-propelling versus attendant propelling. Attendant propelling tends to be stronger but less stable than self-propelling. And drop-down armrests may be more suitable than flip-back, which may be obstructed by excess tissue. Our static shower chairs and tub transfer benches. So looking at both of these, considering if the equipment will actually fit into the proposed space. Are there other things to assist when getting up and down? So are there grab rails, non-slip flooring, those kind of things? Width and depth of seat, do they accommodate for the extra tissue? Backrest, additional tissue can be pinched through the straps and on smaller backrests. Height of feet maybe need to be a bit lower to accommodate for the extra leg tissue and transferring. With shower chairs in particular, looking at the type of armrest, drop-down style may be preferable as a flip-up may pinch. If a 4-point static shower stool or chair is to be used, check the strength of the actual shower tray, as weight distribution through the 4 legs can sometimes puncture acrylic trays. Okay, so we've got our K-Care Maxi shower stool and chair for 210 kilograms, and Freedom 350. Our tub transfer benches, we have our Freedom heavy duty at 200 kg, Invicare Bariatric transfer bench at 318, and the Guardian Bariatric Plus at 227. Bath boards, looking at the width and the depth of the board, there may be safety issues when transferring at bath height, so can the client actually get in and out safely? Splattered bath boards, so space for skin excess, it may be very uncomfortable or it may increase friction of the skin as well. So the 2 models with the highest safe weight limit are the Homecraft 190 kilograms and the Brentwood 190 also. Our personal care AT, just a few little ideas here. So we have a bottom wiper, which is pictured in the top left. So that's where toilet paper is wrapped around the end of the wiper and is used between the legs rather than twisting around to the back. Long-handled nail scissors, long-handled sponges. So you'll see the long-handled sponge on the right. On the left is the shower sandal, which suctions to the bottom of the shower, so inhibits the need to bend down or hold on and do anything. Long-handled toe wipers, air dryers, which can be installed if the clients just stand there with an airflow happening to dry them. And the handheld shower hoses may increase access, particularly when seated in the shower. Clothing and dressing, so looking at the type of fastenings, Velcro and press studs may be easier to handle. Split backs, front fastening bras, and you can purchase modified clothing or have existing clothing modified. Hospital, so looking at bariatric pyjamas and gowns, etc. So I've just popped a few references down there to look further into the different clothing available. So specialcareclothing.com.au, PRC Australia, and Statina is another good one as well. Last but not least, some different dressing aids. So we have our elastic shoelaces. So this may inhibit the person from bending down altogether and they become a semi-slip-on shoe. Dressing sticks, so if they've got limited shoulder or back movement, then a dressing stick might be useful for pulling up underwear or pulling on jackets or button-up shirts. Sock donners, so you'll see in the top right-hand corner, there's a sock donner going on there. Long-handled shoe horns and button hooks as well. We have our compression stocking donner, so that's the Easy As pictured there. And that also comes with a set of handles to make life easier with not bending down. In conclusion, so obviously, as you've seen, bariatric assessment and equipment selection can be very difficult. More so as there are additional things to consider when prescribing as it's so specialised. It is important to identify the goals of the AT. So what are you hoping to achieve and what does the client want? This may differ. What is the optimal solution and is this viable in their current environment? Also considering costs and all the things we mentioned earlier. Utilising LifeTec as a resource. So we have thousands of products on our database and can assist you to find something suitable for your client. We can provide advice, So this might be on the inquiries line, also our display centres in Brisbane and Townsville. We can do individual consultations, so we can do this in-centre, in the client's home or on outreach. And education, so looking at our workshops, there'll be more information on our website for that one. And our door is always open, so we've just got our contact details. So again, any questions, please email them to myself. My email's on the bottom of the slides. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you really enjoyed it and got something out of it.